scored again. Car index Lima 407, Golf Uniform Charlie.
Mandy Connors. That's 3 since we got here.
Yeah, our old man got nicked last week. Maybe she's trying to pay for the brief.
Another one, Dave. Don't know this one. Dark, about 19, red skirt, purple jacket.
That's mauve, Sarge.
Whatever. Hang on, Patty's got to have a word. Reckon the new girl's off her patch.
Well, that's a mistake. Patty doesn't like the competition at her age.
You'd know, Dave.
Hey?
Nah, Patty's not having it. New girl's gone.
Maybe the residents should get Patty to clean this place up instead of us, Sarge.
Got another punter, Sarge.
Well, he's going to get a bit of a surprise. I reckon it's time to whistle up the van.
Don't you want to wait till Mandy gets back?
No, I reckon she's got enough problems, don't you? Sierra Oscar 2 from 79 receiving.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Time to make ourselves unpopular, George. Let's move in.
All received.
Patsy, all right. Thought it was time you and your colleagues had a break.
Yeah? So why don't you give us one then and leave us alone?
Don't give me a hard time.
Me? Oh, you don't have to come down here, do you?
We're doing people complain about used condoms on their doorsteps. Curb crawlers going up and down the road half the night. If you start doing business in an area like this, the residents don't like it.
So where else are we supposed to go then?
I don't know and I don't care. Not here, that's all, and you can pass it on.
Oh, so I'm an information service now then, am I?
Well, the girls listen to you, don't they? Just remember what I told you. This area's out of bounds. Do the honours, Dave.
Come on.
Evening, sir. Sgt Boyden's son ill. Has WPC Page explained why you've been stopped?
Yeah, she was just explaining. But I'm not here for the reason you think I am.
Really? Have you any form of identification, please?
Yes, of course. But if you just let me explain...
So you are a Mr Tony Dean, right?
Yes, but...
And it says here you live in Sheffield. Long way to come for a bit of street trade, innit?
That's not why I'm here. I'm not here to pick up a girl.
Really?
No, it's a long story. I'm looking for one girl in particular, my daughter. This is her picture. Name's Andrea. Ran away from home about 6 months ago. I've been looking for her ever since.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to look somewhere else. The residents will like a few less people milling around.
Can you take some of these with you? Andrea's 14. 5'4", brown hair, brown eyes. If you see anyone or hear anything about a girl like that, would you call me? Number's on there. Mobile's always switched on.
OK, Mr Dean, if she comes our way, we'll let you know. In the meantime, you'll have to move on. Right. Get rid of these, please. All right, that's enough. Come on.
Ladies, can we please keep the noise down? Then we'll get through this a lot quicker. Thank you.
What's all this about then, Derek? You got problems keeping your arrest rates up?
Patty, I don't have any trouble keeping anything up when you're around. Seem to have got most of the regulars in, Matthew.
Yes, sir. Should give the residents one quiet night, at least.
Right, did you tell them Brookvale Road was off limits from now on?
Well, I spoke to Patty. She seemed to be queen of the walk. We'll have to run a few regular patrols, though, clear up the stragglers.
Right, I'll pass it on to the duty inspectors. Good work, Matthew. I'm sure the residents will be most appreciative.
Even if it is only passing the problem along to somebody else's backyard.
Yes, well, by the time the new place starts to complain, the girls have made a few quid. We've had a couple of quiet weeks. That's all I ask for these days.
See you later then, Derek. Usual place.
Sarge, you got a sec?
Not really, why?
There's Tony Dean asking for you at front desk. Says he spoke to you earlier tonight.
Oh, what, the bloke with the pictures? What's he want?
He said he just wants to talk to you. Looks as though someone's had a go at him, though. He's a bit cut and bruised.
All right, I'll have a word. Here, Polly, keep these warm.
Oh, come on, Sarge. I'm not doing yours and all.
Did I ask you to? Just hold on to them.
I'm not doing his.
Don't worry, pal. I'll help you out with the spellings if you get stuck.
Mr Dean, you all right?
Yeah, I reckon so. Looks worse than it is.
You'd better come through. Take a seat. Want a cup of tea or something?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
So what happened?
Well, I suppose you'd call it an occupational hazard.
What do you mean by occupation, Mr Dean? Is this something to do with looking for your daughter?
Do you mind? Only let myself have 5 a day, but, you know.
Go ahead. So how did you get beaten up?
Well, my own fault, really. After I talked to you, I went down to, what's it called, Bull Lane. See if any of the girls there knew anything about Andrea. See, I'd been there a couple of days earlier handing out leaflets. I thought someone might have remembered something, you know.
Hang on a sec. How long you been in Sunhill?
Just under a week. Tuesday. Yeah, arrived on Tuesday.
And before that?
Hammersmith, Paddington, Streatham.
So you're looking for Andrea all the time?
Pretty much, yeah. If someone tells me they've seen her or thinks they've seen her, I go to where they've said and start looking.
So what happened in Bull Lane?
Well, I got talking to one of the girls there, about 17 or so. Said her name was Debbie. I hadn't seen her before, so when I showed her Andrea's photo, she said she thought she'd seen a girl like that a few weeks ago. So I started to ask her who with or where, you know, and then this bloke shows up, starts mouthing off at her. Says he's told her before about messing around instead of doing business. He's got hold of her arm, sort of shaking her. Then he gives her a slap. That's when I tried to get him to let her go.
Tried, how?
Well, went around and got in his way. I said something, I don't know. Next thing I know, he's swinging round, and I sort of ducked, but he hit me here. Then he's laying into me.
Well, it'd be very hard to prove the assault. The girl won't back you up. They never do. Probably because they're used to being beaten up themselves. Goes with the job. Bit like yourself.
No, that's not why I'm here. I'm not bothered about an assault charge. No, it's because the girl, Debbie, said she thought she knew Andrea. She said she thought she'd seen her in a flat somewhere. Not living there, being kept.
Kept how?
By a pimp. You must know what they do, what they make girls like this do in these sort of places. Look, Sergeant, Andrea's only just 14, and if it is her, if someone's holding her, I've got to do something.
Well, it's a pretty big if, Mr. Dean.
We can't just ignore it. What if it is her? Look, if you're not going to help me, I want to speak to the senior officer. I'm not just going to leave it, OK? This is my daughter.
All right. I'll see what I can do. Wait there, please. I've checked with Sheffield. The girl's definitely missing. And he'd have nothing to gain by spinning us a line. He's invested too much in finding her.
That's hardly surprising, I suppose. It's every parent's worst nightmare, a kid running away. But we can hardly drop everything to go looking for stray Toms, no matter whose daughters they are.
No, sir, but he's determined to get a result. If we can't do anything for him, I thought it'd be better coming from you.
Oh, privileges of rank, eh?
Mr. Dean, this is Chief Inspector Conway.
Mr. Dean, gather you've had a bit of trouble.
Oh, this is nothing. But I do need your help. To find a girl called Debbie. She might know where my daughter is.
Oh, yes, Sgt Boyden's told me you've been looking for her. But, unfortunately, with our manpower situation at the moment, it would be very difficult for us to get involved right now. But perhaps...
Difficult? What, you mean you won't?
Well, at the moment it does seem...
Wait a minute. I come in here and say my daughter's gone missing and somebody's holding her against her will. And that's not enough.
Yes, well, with respect, Mr. Dean, you don't know that for sure.
No, I don't. That's why I want to find Debbie again, to make sure. You should want that too. After all, it's not going to look too good, is it? If I go to the press and tell them you're refusing to investigate a young girl being held prisoner.
As I said before, you don't know that she's been held anywhere.
I've been told that she is, and that's good enough for me. I think it'll be enough for the press as well.
You're putting me in a very awkward situation here, Mr. Dean.
I know. I mean to. Look, Andrea means everything in the world to me. I'll do whatever it takes to find her. Can you understand that?
Do you have a description of this girl who claims she knew where Andrea was?
She said her name was Debbie. She's about 17, but from further away she looked older. She had short hair, she was dark, she had a red skirt and a sort of purple jacket. I'd know her again if I saw her.
Purple jacket?
Yeah, sort of light purple or mauve, why?
We did see a girl like that, talking to Patty Hudson on Brookvale Road. Patty ran her off.
You volunteering, Matthew?
Well, it looks like it, sir.
All right, Mr. Dean. For tonight only, I'm going to authorize Sgt Boyden to go out with you. See if you can find this Debbie again. But it is just tonight.
Of course, Thank you very much.
Maybe a good idea to have another word with Patty on your way out.
No, I don't know her. I told you before, I'm not an information service.
Well, you spoke to the other one. Red skirt, purple jacket, you sent her away.
Listen, me and the other girls, we find a walk and we stick to it. And we don't need anyone else come poaching.
Do you know where she might have gone after Brookvale Road?
No idea.
Please, it's important.
Oh, I don't know. This time of night, could try Stearman Road or the Askill Arms. She might make a few quid after chucking out time.
Thanks. We'll try it.
Can you wait outside, please? You sure you haven't seen this kid before, Penny?
I told you. Besides, look at her. I mean, even if she started out working the streets, wouldn't take more than a couple of days before some pimp picked her up. She could be anywhere by now.
Well, he thinks she's still around here.
Yeah, well, if you ask me, you'd be better off sending him home.
Why?
Why? Because even if he does find her, she won't be his little girl anymore, will she?
It'd be less dangerous to leave it to someone who knows what they're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm only here finding Andrea because no one else will. Sorry. Sometimes it's hard to convince people that I'm only interested in finding Andrea. I think I'm a crank or a pimp or a pervert, even a copper.
That would be bad for the image. So what do you live on? Can't be cheap. Having leaflets printed, moving around all the time.
Had a business back in Sheffield, making computer components. Did pretty well. Then when Andrea went missing, I sold out to my partner, so I could come looking for her.
What about the wife? She down with you?
Ex-wife? Nah. Pauline's the type who think the homeless are too lazy to work. Prostitutes go on the game because they enjoy it. Well, we got divorced nearly 3 years ago. She got custody of Andrea, and I moved out of the house.
So Andrea wasn't with you when she left home?
No. She's a bright kid. I told her. I said she could be anything she wanted. Lawyer, doctor. All she needed to do was settle down a bit, concentrate, get her act together.
Do you know why she ran away?
Not really, no. I know she and her mother weren't getting on. Andrea didn't like Pauline's new bloke. Even when she came to stay at my place, she wouldn't settle. I know I was working too hard. Probably drinking too much as well. But I always made sure I was there to talk to her and help her with her own work, you know. Get her to concentrate like her teachers wanted.
You still drinking?
No, cleaned up my act. I thought if I've got the brains to build up a successful business, I can use them to find Andrea. Managed to find out she was headed for London. That's when I decided to come looking for her. Turned out it wasn't as easy as all that. But this is the first solid lead I've had for a long time. Debbie said that she'd seen Andrea, actually seen her. I don't know, it just feels like I'm on the right track, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like really close. I just can't let it get away from me.
Hang on a second. Here we go. Right, you wait here. I'll go and have a word.
Hello, darling. Looking for business?
Not tonight, love. Sgt Boyden, Sunhill.
Oh, what?
Yeah, oh, hold on. Don't get your knickers in a twist. I want to know about another girl that was here tonight. She was dark, wearing a purple jacket, red skirt. Called herself Debbie?
Nah, not round here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Sergeant.
Mr. Dean?
Over here. It's definitely her.
Mr. Dean!
Can I go now?
Yeah, and stay out of trouble. Wait, hold on a sec.
Debbie, hold on. It's Tony Dean. We talked earlier.
All right, love, hold it there, please. Police.
Look, I ain't done nothing wrong, all right? Won't you just leave me alone? You go mad if you nick me.
All right, calm down. Sgt Boyden, Sunhill.
Yeah, I know you are. And if I get caught talking to you, I'll get another one to match this. So why don't you just leave me alone and I'll move along, all right?
Hold on a second. I want to get some things sorted. Your name's Debbie, yeah? Debbie what?
Debbie Taylor.
Where's your pimp then, Debbie?
Dunno. He dropped me off about half an hour ago and told me he'd be back later. So why don't you just give me a break and let me go?
What about earlier tonight? Remember Mr. Dean here?
Look, I was nothing to do with him getting hurt. It weren't me.
But you know who it was?
No, never seen him before in my life.
Listen, Debbie, I don't want to get you in any trouble. Just say what you were going to tell me about Andrea, that's all I need.
I don't know what he's on about.
You do. When I showed you a picture, you said you'd seen her in a flat somewhere. Now, come on.
Hold on. Well?
Look, I don't know what all this is about, OK, but if you're not going to nick me, why can't I go?
Right, over here. You wait here. How old are you, Debbie?
17.
I don't think so. If I nick you for conspiracy to assault Mr. Dean, who knows what else I'm going to turn up? Do you want a load of social workers around your neck?
Look, I only said it about his daughter because he said he was going to pay me.
Really? Sounds as if you know a lot about it to make it up on the spot. You sure it's not because you wanted to help him? Because you felt sorry for his daughter?
Look, I didn't say it was his daughter, I just said it looked like her, all right?
Well, where was this? Where did you see her?
Place on Wellstead Street. A flat over a shop. I think it sells car spares or something.
How did you know about this place?
Because of Pete, my pimp. He's got a mate called Stevens. Calls him Stevie. He's a nasty piece of work anyway. Pete made me give him a freebie once. It was horrible.
So this flat belongs to Stevens?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you speak to her? Did she say she's been held against her will?
No, look, Stevens just come out, shut the door and locked her in. I didn't think anyone would want to be like that. It's pretty obvious.
But you saw enough of her to think it was Andrea?
I don't know. She had dark hair, but yeah, I think it was her. Look, I don't know. That's all I know. Can I go now?
You sure you want to go? Why don't you come back to the station? We'll set you up somewhere else, somewhere away from this Pete bloke.
No, I can look after myself, thanks.
Are you sure?
Yes. Now, you said I can go, so can I just go, please?
All right, but be careful. Debbie, thanks for your help.
Did she tell you where Andrea is?
Yeah.
Debbie?
Why didn't you tell me you offered to pay her?
Because if I had, you'd have said she was only saying it for the money. I knew she wasn't.
Well, lucky for you, she wasn't.
So can we go to this flat now? You said she told you where it is.
We need to get some more bodies first. Sierra Oscom 79 receiving.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah, urgent assistance needed at Wellstead Street. Suspected abduction.
Dealing with it now, Sarge.
How much longer? Why can't we go in now?
Because we have to wait for the others.
Matthew. Mr. Dean. What's happening?
Polly's got the flat under Robbo's, sir, just over there. There's only one way in or out, and she's got it covered. The light's on, but there's no sign of life.
So we don't know if anybody's in there?
No, sir. But from what we found out, she may not be able to show herself anyway. I thought we'd wait for Stevens.
I could go across and ring the bell. He might be just inside watching telly. At least we'd know then.
Look, Tony, this is our job, OK? We have to wait for an answer.
79 from 469. I've got 2 men on the plot, Sarge.
Yeah, both IC1. One's about 30, the other one a bit older. They're heading towards the flat. They're on your right side of the road. They could be going past. No, they've stopped at the door. They're opening it, they're going in.
If that's your man Stevens, it sounds as though he's brought a punter back, which would mean there is a girl inside. But it's your operation, Matthew. You decide.
You've got to go in now.
Sierra Oscar 1 from 79. Nick, we're going in. Bring the enforcer.
Received, Sarge. On way.
Right, you wait here. Do you understand?
Yeah, whatever you say.
This is definitely the only way in.
Yes, Sarge.
Police, open up! Knock it in, Tony. Police, stay where you are. Where's the other one?
I don't know. What's this about?
What was that then? Getting rid of your stash, were you?
What you talking about? You can't come in here, who are you?
Please, move it. Come on, get out.
Sergeant Boyden, we have reason to believe you're holding an underage girl here against her will.
Sarge.
You what? Look, there's no one else here, right? Just me and him.
Sarge, hang on a minute. If she's in there, she could be scared to death.
Well, tell her who we are.
Hello? It's all right, we're the police. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? It's all right.
Sleeping tablets. You better call an ambulance, Paul. She's probably drugged up to the eyeballs.
Sarge.
Stay with her, will you?
Sierra Oscar from 469. We'll get an ambulance to Wellstead Street as soon as possible.
How many of these did you give her?
Yeah, I'll never give her nothing.
I said, how many did you give her?
Matthew!
I'm arresting you for unlawful imprisonment. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Sorry, Sergeant. Is she here? Where is she?
Tony, I told you to wait.
I couldn't. Is she here? Can I see her?
Look, we found a girl, but it's not Andrea.
Are you sure? Maybe she's changed from a picture. Where is she?
In the bedroom.
I want to see her.
No. Don't you think she's had enough blokes looking at her?
Please, I've got to know. Will she be all right?
We'll know more when we get her to the hospital.
Sorry, I just thought this time...
I know. I've found a contacts book in the flat, Stevens' clients. It'll take us a while to go through them, but they'll all be asked about Andrea, all right?
Thanks. Did you find out who she is yet?
No. But we will. Listen, I'm sorry things didn't turn out better for you.
I don't know. Would it have been better or worse if she had been Andrea? I mean, I'd have found her, but I'd also know what she'd been through.
What's your problem?
Nothing, just looking.
Well, go and look somewhere else.
Ready to go, Sarge?
Cheers, Dave. You'll have to come back and make a statement. But then what?
Still got more leaflets to hand out.
So you'll keep looking?
Don't have any choice, do I? Just like her.